Hello, magical butterflies. This is Tina from Butterfly Intuition Divine Guidance. I hope this finds you having a magical day, night, or afternoon. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much. Please make sure to hit the bell notification so you can be notified when I post new content on this channel. To book a reading, a session, or a Reiki session with me, you can book in my Etsy shop. The link to book, as well as my list of services, is in the description box below. I have one Instagram account. It's at Butterfly Intuition. If you would like to follow me on Instagram or connect with me outside of YouTube, all of my information and my links are in the description box below. This reading is going to be for Mercury in retrograde. Mercury in retrograde is happening on January 14th through February 3rd. It occurs in Aquarius and it shifts into Capricorn. There's always a shadow period before and after Mercury in retrograde, and that shadow period began on December 29th. And it's going to end on February 23rd. Mercury in retrograde is about a revisit, a redo, a reset. Sometimes people from the past come back. Sometimes situations repeat itself. Mercury in retrograde gets a very negative, bad rap, but you can use the energy of Mercury in retrograde for good, for movement forward, for growth. It's always a slowing down period. They always say never start anything new, never launch like new technology, buy like computers, phones, but it just really depends on the person and the energy that is around it. So this is going to be a general collective reading. This can apply to all areas of life. Please take only the message or messages that speak directly to your soul. And what doesn't speak directly to your soul, release it and let it fly. I'm going to be using a spread for this reading that I found on Pinterest. It's by Jem Blackthorn. She's a medium. So we're going to start with how will you feel during Mercury in retrograde. And the deck I'm using for this is the Shades of Soul Guidance and Healing Oracle that was created by Aqua Moonlight. So how is the collective, the viewer, going to feel during Mercury in retrograde? What is the overall energy? What will be the head space, the heart space? Just overall, how is the collective, the viewer, going to feel during Mercury in retrograde? Okay, we have sacral chakra as the first card. So the sacral chakra may be a little imbalanced going into Mercury in retrograde, or it may become imbalanced during Mercury in retrograde. The sacral chakra is located where the fertility organs are, and it's connected to the sensual, intimate, sexual energy. So if you have an imbalance in love, or if you're very blocked, very scared to get intimate with someone, it doesn't have to be physical intimacy. It could just be opening up to someone, letting them in, being vulnerable. The sacral chakra, which is orange, is just telling you it needs to be balanced. And you just may need to just bring some love to yourself, to just nourish yourself. You could do a sacral chakra meditation or guided meditation. Use orange crystals. You may crave orange foods. I'm even being shown orange juice. Just take care of the sacral chakra because it's telling you to breathe and find inner calm. So it's telling you whatever situation has gotten your sacral chakra imbalanced, to breathe. You could do breathing work, you could do meditation. Find that inner calm, find that inner peace, find a way to center yourself. And you can do that by replenish and invigorate your spirit. So this Mercury in retrograde period is going to help you replenish your energy and to invigorate your spirit so you can not be affected by the words, the actions, and the energy of other people. Especially if you have some type of negative, toxic, very dramatic situation around you. And Mercury in retrograde is going to tell you it's time to learn from the past. So what I'm getting is that something from the past is going to revisit. Something is going to be coming back into your life during Mercury in retrograde. And I really feel if this is a person, you both have learned from the past and things are going to be different, because once you have learned the lesson and you have seen the light in a sense, you tend not to repeat the past because you learn the karmic lesson. So the heart chakra shows me this could be a love interest. This could be a person from the past. That's not going to be for everybody, but you could have someone that you wanted to be with in the past and it just didn't work out. Maybe they weren't ready, you weren't ready, or one or both of you was in another connection. But what I'm getting now is that these two people are going to reconnect because their heart chakras are both open. So if you're not resonating with that message, the heart chakra is just telling you to open your heart, to listen to your heart. It's like the song Listen to Your Heart by Roxette. Listen to your heart before you tell him goodbye. It's really telling you to listen to the heart because that's the intuition that's connected to your soul. And when you listen closely, you will speak wisely, which means you will speak your truth. You will be able to speak openly and honestly and not be afraid to speak your mind, especially if you're around a group of people who are very intimidating or who don't appreciate you. You will find it much easier to speak wisely because you just need to listen with your heart, listen to your heart, and then speak from the heart. And take some time to pamper yourself, to do some self-care, some self-love. All of that is going to help bring you into that, invigorate the spirit, and replenish. And anything that comes up that may be shadow, you want to embrace your shadow. You want to embrace whatever comes up to the surface. Now, this could be suppressed feelings, especially if it's a person from the past who comes back. You may be afraid at first, like, oh, is it going to repeat itself? Is it going to be the same old, same old? But what I'm really getting is when you embrace your shadow, when you embrace your flaws, you're able to keep one eye open. And that one eye open is the third eye. And the third eye is the intuition. And you will be able to really trust your instincts. You will be able to protect yourself. And you will be able to be fully present. So staying in the present moment, staying in a state of allowing and receiving, a state of calmness, taking it day by day, not wondering, not trying to figure out how things are going to happen. Release that energy, especially if it's coming back around. You don't want to take that energy with you, so that could be why it's coming up now, because Mercury in retrograde is always helping you release something and doing it a different way, seeing it in a different way, and having a new perspective. So next we're going to get into what is your communication. So I felt guided to use one of my message decks. I have Twin Flame Journey Messages, Volume 1 and Volume 2 by Mystic Moon combined. So I'm just going to shuffle them and see what your communication is. This is just what your communication is to yourself, just what your thoughts are, what they could be, how you're speaking to yourself at this time, and just maybe anything that may come up to the surface. So your communication during Mercury in retrograde. Okay, we have maybe we're just too different. So this could apply to a love situation, but it also could apply to a career situation. Maybe you're in a job where you just know it's not the right fit for you, and you're just being honest with yourself. But maybe you need to be honest with this job, saying maybe we're just too different. Maybe you want to be in a different type of atmosphere and they're going in a direction that you just don't resonate with. So if that is resonating with you when it comes to finding a new job, it all comes down to timing. Everything is going to come into alignment. The perfect job is going to come. But you do have to put that out into the universe. You do have to say, yes, I'm ready. You do have to take the necessary action steps, whether it's updating your resume, uploading your resume on a site, even doing job searches. Just putting that energy and focus to just tell the universe, I'm looking for a new job. And my heart is telling me to just do it. So what I'm getting with this is that you know that it's time to leave this job, and that's what your heart's telling you. But it's time for your body to start physically making those moves to leave this job. Of course, you don't want to just quit. You want to be able to find something if you're not in the financial status. But of course, do whatever you feel is right. If you have the resources to leave and then find something later, you can do that. But if you don't, trust me, you'll manifest this new job. And when I said that, it was 11:11 on my timer. Next message is, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. So this is in regards to a love situation. This could be you talking to another person or another person talking to you, or maybe you did take it personally, what someone did, and you're now seeing it was them and it wasn't you. And I got spooked means that maybe you got scared too and you just walked away, or you just chose not to go in this connection. Because the question you ask yourself about your love partners is, am I good enough for you? So if you struggle with feeling good enough, feeling worthy, those feelings may come up during Mercury in retrograde for you to see that you are good enough. That in order for someone to love you, you have to be in the energy of self-love. Because when you look outside of yourself for your cup of love to be filled, that's when you're going to see things happen. You're going to have unavailable people who could be in another connection or just emotionally unavailable. And I don't know if I can meet your expectations, which means if you have someone around you, it doesn't have to be a love interest, it could just be any person who has specific expectations of you and they just don't feel right. What you need to say to yourself is that you still take my breath away. So take my breath away means you still are just in that loving energy, because when someone has expectations and they're unrealistic or you know you can't meet them, they make you feel like you're not in this energy. And what you want to understand about this person is that my family and upbringing are a bigger factor than I realized. They don't know any better. This is how they were raised. So all you have to say to that person and to yourself is, I just want you to be happy and that you need more time to figure things out. So use this Mercury in retrograde to really communicate to yourself about what you would like to do, where you see yourself, and how you want to go moving forward. Maybe start journaling, writing feelings down, allowing things to come up to the surface, and you'll really get the clarity and guidance you need. And meditation is always a great way to bring in answers. So next we're going to get into your transportation. So what is your transportation during Mercury in retrograde? So this is transportation in the sense of movement forward, how you're going to be moving forward, any timing that wants to come through, as well as just overall how you will be moving forward or what needs to be done for you to move forward. And I'll be using Journey of the Soul Oracle by channeling the Venus 222. So we have decision. So one of the things for you to move forward is you have to make a decision. It's like that song, Should I Stay or Should I Go Now? You have to decide. And I'm even hearing the song You Should Probably Leave by Chris Stapleton. So you should probably leave or should you probably stay? So that's the energy that's coming through. You really have to get into the depths of your emotions. You really need to just go within to connect to your higher self, to your heart space, to really just see what your heart is calling you to do. And that's going to help you with patience. So maybe you know moving forward, maybe you know things are coming. And just remember, Mercury in retrograde, things slow down. Sometimes things go to a complete stop. So you want to make sure that you have patience, but you also have devotion and faith, and you trust that things are going to align for you. Everything can come into harmony for you, but it's all a matter of your thinking, your communication to yourself, your headspace, how you speak to yourself, how you look at yourself, how you view yourself. Do you say negative things about yourself? And you also have to trust in divine timing, because sometimes when things are not going as fast as you want them to, that is when you will start ripping yourself apart, saying, am I good enough? Why isn't this happening? Maybe I'm not worthy. Maybe they don't love me. But communication is going to be a factor in you moving forward, because there is some type of love interest that could be coming in or coming back, and that is going to help you move forward. This is the movement forward that you've wanted in love, in this connection. You want to build a strong foundation, but the key to building a strong foundation is to believe in new beginnings and start taking the necessary action steps to make these new beginnings happen. You have to release codependency. You can't be dependent on another person. You can't give your power away to another person, whether it be a love interest or someone else. You have to take the wisdom of what you have learned or what you will learn during Mercury in retrograde, and you have to just let it go. Just let go what no longer serves you, who no longer serves you. Let it all go. Allow a dark night of the soul to happen if that's what's meant to happen for you during Mercury in retrograde. And really pay attention to music. Music can be very soothing. It can be very healing. Pay attention to songs that just that just speak to you. The lyrics could be from a divine love counterpart. They could be from your spirit team. They could just bring you the answer you're looking for. And when you're in a sad mood, don't listen to sad music. Listen to upbeat, happy music. One of the songs I like to listen to when I kind of get in a mood is Make It Happen by Mariah Carey. I don't know, that song just gives me hope. And the songs are definitely going to bring you this answered prayer of a family. And notice she's pregnant on this card. So this is showing me that she is having a baby. There's some type of birth or rebirth coming. You're going to shed toxic habits, toxic people, toxic situations, beliefs, patterns, and that's going to bring you inner peace. And this inner peace is going to help you call in romance as well as you being grateful. So you will have a deep appreciation for everything that has happened to you, whether it's good or it's bad. So next we're going to get you messages from Spirit, your spirit guides, and your angels. And I'm going to be using 2 decks for this. The first deck I'm going to be using is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck by Kiro Marchetti. So with this deck, what is the messages from Spirit guides, angels, for the collective when it comes to Mercury and retrograde? What messages do you have for the collective? Okay, your first card is the number 18 card, which is the dog. And dogs, this card means loyalty and friendship is what I stand for. I am protection and trust, support, and reliance. When negative cards are around, make sure to take a closer look. I could be your counselor, your pet, or your best friend. So dogs are loyal, they're reliable. They're really man's best friend is what they say, or woman's best friend. And dogs are a very good sense of character. They can spot a person who is no good, better than a human being can. Sometimes we get fooled by people. Dogs can never be fooled. So this card equals a 9, and 9s are about a cycle closing. So there is some type of loyal friendship or someone who you thought was a loyal friend that's coming to an end. And what you're wanting is that loyal companion, whether it's a friend, it's a lover, both. And right now, this situation with number 22, and 22 is a choice. So you're at a crossroads. You're at the top of the stairs. You're right here. And you're like, do I go here to this door that's closed or kind of open? Or do I go to this door that's wide open? Decisions and choices are what I offer. Alternate direction are what I ignore. I speak in multiple and double, and when I'm in a relationship, I might be trouble. So it's up to you what door you go through. It's a matter of what door is calling to you, what door feels right. And that's what Spirit's telling you, to really listen to your intuition and just go in the motion of where you're being pulled. And with 34 equals a 7, and this card is the fish. Fish, I always connect with Pisces. Pisces are about balancing the emotions. I bring plenty and abundance. I deal in commerce and sales. I advocate independence and promote self-reliance in trade. Water, expansion, and flow is my department. Be careful not to tip the scales between tipsy and loaded. You don't want to end up dizzy and bloated. So what I'm getting is that the fish are telling you when you have balance of your emotions, you will have plenty of abundance. But when you're not careful, you can get tipsy and loaded and dizzy and bloated, which means you get imbalanced. You could fall into the habit of drinking too much or just going out and partying and not doing your work and just listening to your guidance. So you really want to have the emotions balanced during Mercury in retrograde. And that's going to bring me into shuffling the second guidance deck I have for this section for message from Spirit and your guides. This is going to be from the Self-Empowerment Oracle by the High Priestess, 1111. So what messages from Spirit, your guides, do they have for you when it comes to Mercury in retrograde? What self-empowerment messages does this deck have for you? Okay, we have let go of worries and doubt. So she has stag ears on. So I'm really just feeling getting into your masculine energy, because everybody has masculine and feminine energy. You want to get into the masculine energy, especially if you're looking to make a big change in career. And that's going to help you celebrate your success, because when you have your masculine and feminine energy balanced, it's like a yin-yang symbol. So in order for you to do this, you just need to spend time near water to relax and to recharge your batteries. So this deck has a card coming out about water too. So water could be significant, especially if you're a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or if you live near a body of water, you could go there, especially if you live near the beach. But of course, if you don't, you can just listen to there is soothing, calming music with water, like rain, ocean, just any water, and really just recharge your batteries. Maybe get out a notebook and start journaling. And you just need to reach for the stars and don't settle for success. Don't settle for less. You want to settle for success. You want to be successful, and you want to be able to bring in the power of a new beginning. And what that's going to tell you to do is to take some time to rest and meditate. So during Mercury in retrograde, don't make any major action steps towards changing careers. What I'm getting is that when you take some time to rest and meditate, you'll get a clear understanding, a clear perspective, and you will have the clarity and guidance, and you will know what to do once Mercury goes direct on February 3rd. So the final section of this reading is going to be what mundane plans you will need to work on. So the deck I'm going to be using for this is the Divine Doors deck by Andreas and Gracia. So what mundane plans will you need to work on during Mercury in retrograde? What overall will you need to work on during Mercury in retrograde? All right, this card is calling to me. So it's a blue door with very pretty flowers. And this card is the Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. So it's time to go on a journey, is what I'm hearing. And when you go on a journey, a door is going to open for you. And this door is the three-eyed raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven calls out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. If you've ever seen Game of Thrones, Bran was the three-eyed raven. He saw things. He knew how things were going to go. He had visions. And it was all through the third eye of the raven, which is the third eye chakra. So prepare for the unexpected, because with this card, you will draw down the moon. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs. Find us in the wild good night. So I really feel by the beginning of February, you're going to really see the light. We have a full moon on the 17th, and then there's a new moon on the 31st. So I feel those two moon cycles are really going to help you be able to find the courage to go through this gate. This card is a note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. So you will find the courage to walk through that gate into the unknown, not knowing where you're going, who you're going to be with, who you're going to encounter. Remember, when love is the focus, and just love. Not a specific person, just love. Love of yourself, love of life, love of the journey. You could love a person, but you can love them in a healthy way and not look for them. That's what prepare for the unexpected means. This person is going to come in when you least expect it. And remember, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. Mind, body, and soul, that's the trifecta, 333. When your mind is set in positivity, optimism, you're laser focused, paying attention to your thoughts, your body becomes lighter. You don't have stress, you don't have tension, and your soul is synced to your heart because you're listening to your intuition. So I do hope this reading has brought you clarity and guidance on what Mercury in retrograde is bringing and what you can expect. If this reading resonated and you like this video, please hit the like button and drop a comment below letting me know your thoughts on this video. If you don't want to leave a public comment, that's perfectly fine. You can email me a short email at butterflyintuition1111@gmail.com. If this reading didn't resonate with you, no worries. Hopefully I will tap into your energy in my next collective reading, or if you feel guided to, you can book a reading session or Reiki session with me. You can book in my Etsy shop. If you feel called to work with me, I would be happy to look into your connection, your situation, or work with you one-on-one in a session. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified when I post new content on this channel. Thank you all so much for watching this video, for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. Have a magical Mercury in retrograde. Use it to your advantage. Take care of yourself. I will talk to you soon. Love and light.